All right, so.
I love you, baby.
All right, so day two.
Day two.
Day two of the fast.
Day
so,
two evening. That makes a difference. You're like 48 hours into this thing.
It's one video, so it's day two.
Whatever, man. You can't do that online. They'll know that you're not nice to your wife. It's not nice. All right. Hi. I'm Char, and that's Carl. And this is Dieting with a Life. Are you
Day two.
Day two.
Day two of my fast. And my journey with the UTI.
Well, you just started with the UTI yesterday, and it doesn't have anything to do with your fast.
No, it doesn't have anything to do with my fast, no. So we're going to do a question and answer, basically because I had nothing to talk about for today. Today is fine.
He's camera shy.
Yeah, cameras are not fun.
I'm an extrovert. He's an introvert.
Yeah, I'm the stoic Vulcan.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay.
But so today is day two, and we're going to do a question and answer because I really didn't have any major updates other than my glucose came down today, my ketones went up today,
and your glucose went down from the first morning to the second morning, which is the important part.
Well, yes.
Because you get that, once you start lowering that morning glucose, you start realizing you're doing some healing in your pancreas and your body.
Sure.
And your body's starting to learn how to deal with it.
So this is the other thing with that, is that she is into this way more than I am.
He's my experiment.
I'm an experiment, but this is a self-induced experiment. She actually didn't want this to happen. So I'm doing this, and I learned today that a fat fast or an extreme fast, I didn't realize 7 days was extreme, is unusual. So it is one of those things I will have to be cognizant of, and I may not make the entire 7 days.
Yep. And you must be under a doctor's care, which we went to our physician today.
Absolutely.
You must also take your electrolytes, very important.
Yep. And I've been electrolyting.
Yep, and your supplements.
Yes, I very much recommend a multivitamin, absolutely, if you're going to do a fast.
Definitely, if you can, an iodine supplement. Keto Chow actually has some drops called fasting drops that actually...
Are you fasting if you use a fasting drop?
Absolutely, yes.
Are there any carbs in that?
No.
Are you sure?
Salts and stuff and minerals do not raise your glucose or affect your insulin.
Is this technically a podcast?
I think it's a podcast, but I'm not actually in the picture, so hello.
Well, you can be an anonymous podcaster.
I'll be the
anonymous podcaster.
Like Wilson on the looking over the
I'll
fence.
be the face of our podcast.
Every now and then I'll just go.
That's scary.
Hello.
Okay, so question and answer.
Question and answer, and this is going to be about how you feel during your fast.
And I have got no idea what she is going to ask me. I don't have a clue. So these are all surprise, and I hope they're not about body parts.
They may be. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Okay, so have you had any mental mind fog, or how is your mental status feeling?
The same. I haven't seen or realized any differences whatsoever.
No sluggish thought processes?
Nope.
What about in the morning time?
Well, in the morning I'm sluggish anyhow, so.
Yeah. So no difference in that. It doesn't take you any longer to get geared up.
Nope, same.
Okay. All right, so have you had lots of hunger?
No. Really? I actually have not had lots of hunger. I am doing the one meal of pork fat, which is 1 ounce after cooked. I weighed it today. Which isn't a lot. I mean, it's like very
300 calories, so you're still incredibly calorie deficient.
So I guess it's not an extreme fast because I am taking some calories. No,
that's still extreme fast. Yeah. Anything under 500 calories is still extreme.
Okay, so it's still extreme, but no, I haven't had any hunger. But we'll wait and see what happens tomorrow with hunger, because I imagine tomorrow my body's going to scream.
Day 3 is always the toughest day.
Yeah. But today was not tough at all today.
So, okay. Well, I take that back. My last 9-day fast, day 7 was really brutal. So,
That's because I was eating in front of you.
No, it wasn't. It was brutal. I was weak. All right, so have you had any muscle weakness? Like, have you noticed any muscle twitching?
I did notice lightheadedness. And I need to dig out the blood pressure cuff.
Yeah.
And see if it isn't my blood pressure meds.
And that's very important for someone that's on blood pressure meds when they decide to fast, because this fasting dumps water, and because your blood pressure medication is already dumping water, you can get electrolyte deficient quickly. So that's why I say.
So tomorrow I'm going to start checking my blood pressure.
Yeah, and even more.
More water and
more salt. Yeah. If you can add a little salt in your water. Redmond salt is great because it's sea salt.
And that is one thing I have been consuming today. I have been consuming salt. I have probably done an extra tablespoon of salt.
Good.
Which is a lot of salt.
For you it is.
I mean, a lot of people.
Because you do not.
I do not do additional salt. No, I cook with salt, but I don't. But I'm not cooking this week, so.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the biggie, because this is the first thing you're going to notice. That have you had any energy loss? Like, oh my gosh, I just don't want to move.
No.
Any thoughts of, not even it just in your body, but in your mind, like, it's just too much for me to actually move about today. Well, that's really
not at all.
Because that says that your mental status is still peaked enough there where it's appropriate. And because your ketones are rising, that's your ketones kind of taking over for that. So that's good.
Yep, if you say so.
I do. Lots of research on that one. Has your mood been altered, or have you been extra cranky?
I can't answer that.
You can. Do you think you've been extra?
I don't think I've been extra cranky. Have I been extra cranky?
And see, I haven't noticed any extra crankiness. You're always cranky, but.
Well, yeah.
I haven't noticed any.
I'm the epitome of that old dude on the corner in the house that no kids ever go to.
With the coffee.
Because I will beat them with a stick.
With coffee.
Yeah, with a coffee. Oh, yes. Oh, absolutely with a coffee. Yeah.
Okay, black coffee, though. So you don't
black
break
coffee.
Your fast.
No, I never break my fast. I've been doing black coffee for a long time.
Yeah. So, okay. So, and this is a really important question. Okay, so, and they're going to want to know this a lot. Do you still think your wife is awesome?
Yes.
That was just a bit a little faster. I'm just saying, the reaction time was
Is this like the dress? Does this make me look fat?
No,
question?
No, this is absolutely real. Okay, so fat fasting is usually for 2 to 5 days. We've established that, right? Why did you pick 7 days?
It was a whole week.
Okay, so
That's
just a round number.
It was just it was like
7?
It was 1/4 of a month.
Okay, so, and if you get to your autophagy goal, in other words, say you get to less than 40, which is the Dr. Boz ratio that I like to do. If you get to less than 40, will you stop when you get there?
No.
You want to do your whole 7
I'm not
days?
supposed to do one-word answers, right? I am like the king of one-word answers.
Yes, he is. And that's why I'm doing the questions and
Yes.
answers.
So, no. If at all possible, I will take it the entire 7 days. Now, if I have not reached it within those 7 days, for whatever reason, then I will not continue.
No, my suggestion on that one would be to break, try again next month. So
But
give it a couple of weeks in between.
my goal is 7 days, regardless.
So what is your goal in autophagy?
My goal is to get as much autophagy as possible in 7 days.
Well, yeah, you're going to get about 4 days worth of autophagy out of that, if you're lucky.
Maybe.
No, that's what you'll get. It'll be roughly close to
Tomorrow
80
I could
hours.
have ketones of like 3.
72, no.
And I could sleep for 20 hours.
No, not going to happen, man. Sorry.
No, probably not.
Yeah, no.
But the goal is to get as much as possible.
Because it took me, even when I was doing really strict keto and in keto a lot, it took me 76 hours to get to autophagy.
And it looks like that's going to be about right. Because right now my ketones are about 1.
And you know, I'm almost thinking that's kind of like the way most bodies work when they first start.
But again, it's hard to gauge when any of that is happening. Like a lot of the autophagy that we've experienced has been a surprise after the fact.
Well,
of noticing
things.
Changes. Yeah. And those changes are very slow. So it's very hard to notice those. Like after 7 days, I can't say, you know, take something out and say my mole got smaller.
Well, no,
or something like that.
But you can rest assured that when you're doing those ratios, when you're doing that glucose divided by ketones ratio, which you should be keeping track of during your fast, that ratio should continue to drop.
Yes.
So, but it kind of goes drop up, because in the morning you always get that insulin rise, and that's because your body is
I'm waiting for the dawn effect to pass before I do any of my testing. That's why my testing is usually early afternoon.
Right.
Or right around noontime.
And you know,
because I want to be way out of that dawn effect
yeah.
before I do any testing.
You know, I actually found an explanation for that dawn effect, because I haven't really found a good one. And there's actually a test for that dawn effect. You can test your because there's 2 different things that it could be, the dawn effect or something else. And if you check your glucose around 2 or 3 a.m. and it's like rock bottom, then it's not the dawn effect. The dawn effect is actually when your body becomes insulin resistant, and that's why your glucose is building up as you sleep. So it takes a while for your body to come out of that insulin resistance, about an hour, and then it can start utilizing the glucose that you've produced through the night. So, interesting.
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
Yay!
This is what he lives with all the time.
Yeah, fun facts.
Fun facts.
I get a lot of fun facts.
Yeah. Okay.
So are those all the questions?
That is all the questions. You didn't quite answer what your autophagy goal was. I didn't know what your ratio wanted
well,
to be.
I don't think that there's a ratio that I am looking for. There isn't like a set goal for that.
Or just fun setting.
So, what was the question?
You never did say what your autophagy goal was. What's your ratio that you're looking to get?
I'm not looking for a ratio. I'm just looking to get as much autophagy as possible in 7 days.
So we know that ratio, glucose divided by ketones, anything under 80, and you're pretty much assured you're in autophagy.
I would think 40.
40 is some serious good autophagy. 20 is fixing cancer.
Yeah.
So
I would like to achieve 40 for at least a day.
That would be a good goal.
But if I don't, okay.
I think you'll get there.
I don't really think that that's a big deal, one way or another.
No,
it's just to see what happens for that 7 days.
And what
I mean, the
really
biggest thing is
training yourself.
Well, I don't.
Yeah,
I'm not looking at it that way. My point of view is that I'm a heart attack survivor, and I want to see what fasting is doing for me. Now, everybody's an individual. It's going to affect everybody different. But what is its effect on me, and can I continue this in the future without dire consequences? In other words, are my meds going to have to be altered like someone that has diabetes? And we know that their meds are altered during fasts.
Possibly your blood pressure meds.
Possibly. Statins are...
You're just...
You guys argue about statins in the comments.
Yeah.
I'm a heart attack survivor. I'm going to take statins.
Yeah, you got damage.
Pure and simple. I have damage. I have a stent. Did get a CAC score.
Yes. And we're going to see in 6 months if that gets lower or stays stagnant.
Yes, because after the fast, I'm going to start some vitamin K and stuff like that. Yep, and see if we can't control that. Those are separate videos. I think that wraps it all up, right?
Well, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching Dieting with a Life. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And please leave comments down in the thing and push buttons wherever they may be, if there are any. That's a wrap.
You almost said like, subscribe.